Okay, so how to stay relevant when everything's changing and not feel completely exhausted by the whole thing. So, if we're honest, I think keeping up with the pace of change right now feels sort of like, trying to drink from a hose pipe whilst riding a unicycle. And if you're prone to overachievement, perfectionism, or if you're driven, ambitious, yes, I'm looking at you, you may well be frantically trying to learn everything. I don't know, Python, master ChatGPT, understand blockchain. I mean, I have made liberal use of ChatGPT to explain that one to me, and keep up with the latest trends, all whilst doing your actual job and maybe even, running a home, your family, etc., etc. It's no wonder that you're feeling absolutely knackered and overwhelmed and ironically feeling less effective at everything. So I'm here to set you free with this liberating truth. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room to be the most valuable. And relevance isn't about knowing everything. Thank goodness. Yeah, it's impossible, isn't it? Impossible to know everything all the time, especially if things are changing. So, what is it then? How do you do it? Well, I think it's about three things. It's about staying curious, it's about being adaptable, and it's about being visible. Very difficult to be relevant if you're not visible. Okay, so let's go through them one by one. Number one, curious. Curious, I think, beats clever. Why? Because you can be a clever expert, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you know what to do about the future or future problems that are emerging. So the person who is asking thoughtful questions in meetings, I think, is the one that gets remembered, who has a seat at the table, a meaningful seat at the table. The one who says, I don't know, but I'll find out, instead of just bluffing their way through it. Well, that's probably somebody who gets trusted with bigger challenges. So I think curiosity is a competitive advantage because, well, it never goes out of date, does it? So how do you put that into action? I think it's this, the next time you're in a meeting, ask one genuine question about something you don't understand, and watch how it shifts the conversation, and how people perceive you. So many people are worried about asking a stupid question or looking stupid and fear that they're not going to be respected. But I think it's like approaching it like, I'm curious to know more, or am I right in thinking, or could you clarify, ... There are many ways to ask those questions about things you don't know. And often by asking those questions, you point out things that other people may well have had in a blind spot for. Okay, so number two, adaptability. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? It's like adaptability, but I think adaptability beats being perfect. Oops, somebody's trying to call me. Let me just decline that. Yeah. So, forget about being or trying to be the expert who has all the answers. I think it's more important to be the person who can roll with whatever comes next. The colleague who says, right, everybody, this is new, let's figure it out together. Instead of, that's not how we've always done it. Yeah, I think it's a difference between growth mindset and fixed mindset. So, how to put that into action? Well, when faced with a new process or tool, or then just resist the urge to master it completely before engaging. Just jump in, learn as you go, and let people see you adapting in real time and share what you are learning. So number three, visibility. Visibility matters. I mean, I think, when you think about the things that you buy, the brands that you work with or you shop from, etc., it's normally because you know them, you like them, you trust them. And a massive part of that is visibility. How do you get somebody to know, like, trust you without being visible? So brilliant work done in silence is like silent, isn't it? So share your learning journey, post about what you're discovering, admit when you're figuring things out. People want to work with humans, not robots who pretend to know everything. And so how do you do that? Well, this week, maybe share, use LinkedIn to share one thing that you're learning about. Even if you're not an expert yet, it mixes curiosity and visibility and adaptability all in one. So, your vulnerability, I've always thought the posts that work the best are highlighting vulnerabilities rather than I'm the big I am and aren't I marvelous. Yeah? So people who stay relevant aren't the ones that are cramming every new skill into their heads, although I do think it is important to keep up with technological changes. But they're the ones who are combining their existing expertise with genuine curiosity, authentic adaptability, and the courage to be visible whilst they're learning. So don't forget, have faith. Your experience matters. Your perspective is valuable. And your willingness to keep growing is the thing that will make you relevant and will make you indispensable. So, what do you think? What is your favorite way to stay current, relevant? Have I missed anything? Have I missed a ton of stuff? Open my mind, what do you think is important to stay relevant? Okay, I'd love to hear from you. See you next week. Take care.